Let's go ahead and do a Peanut the Squirrel price prediction for the rest of this cycle. So, if you're not familiar with Peanut, I'll give you a quick recap. It was a squirrel that got assassinated. Maybe not assassinated. I guess it was kind of an assassination by the state of New York. And then Elon Musk started posting about it and it became a symbol of government overreach, and the coin went insane, went up to 2.5 billion basically within a couple days. I think it's the fastest coin to a billion. Got listed on Binance, it's getting listed on Coinbase and everything, but ever since that time it's been pretty much down only for Peanut the Squirrel, and it sits at a 730 million market cap as it stands right now. And the thing about Peanut, which has been insane, is the volume. It's been averaging like billions and billions in volume on a daily basis. It was one of the top coins by volume for about a month now, and it's since dropped to about 400 million as far as volume goes. And the reason why I'm telling you this stuff is it's actually really important and really relevant. But if you look at the top coins, top coins get a billion in volume, and even some of the other coins get, half a billion. And these are legitimate as we call them. I mean, of course, they're diluted because of, VCs have unlocks and everything like that. But these coins like Uniswap, Curve, Render, they've been around for a really, really long time. So for them to eventually get half a billion plus in volume makes a lot of sense because they're really well known. But Peanut is getting close to that volume, and in some instances, look, if you're trading billions in volume every single day, you're a top 16 coin. You have Hedera, Tron, which has been around forever. Cardano's been around forever. Chainlink. So, for it to average a billion in trading volume over a 24-hour period is a signal of how much attention that Peanut captured. I think it hit 2 billion in trading volume on some of the days. So the attention that it commanded, thanks to Elon Musk tweeting about it and it becoming a symbol of government overreach, it was right around the election. So all these things overlapped and Peanut went insane, and it still has a half a billion in trading volume. So that's an extremely important thing because it shows how much attention that Peanut the Squirrel has as a coin and its lore surrounding what happened with Peanut overall. So it's been down only, and it's tried to break out a couple different times, but it's never really been able to really reverse. And it went up to about a 1.5 billion, and it's since been sold down all the way to the track line and everything. And if you look at these red dots over here, that signals a downtrend. So if you sold here, that was like a really, really smart move. And these red dots pretty much mean there's still a downtrend in Peanut. So essentially, you don't usually want to buy when it's still a red dot. If you want to, swing it, or if you want like a safer trade, you wait until it prints like a green dot. And I'll show you what that means. So this is a green dot right over here on Solana. You see this on the daily, and then it signaled an uptrend, and we had the uptrend, and then it reversed, and now you see the red dots on Solana, and it's a downtrend. So you can still long Peanut in a downtrend. That's actually when you potentially do get the most amount of gains because you're anticipating that Peanut's going to get into an uptrend. But again, if you longed here, you see it red dots, you could have profited quite a bit and kind of rode it up to the top. 1.5 billion, that's about a 50% move. Then you could have sold on this red dot and kind of moved on. So the question is with Peanut is like, what's the price that it could get up to? And you have to put everything in context because there's so many memes now, right? So it's not as easy for one meme to get to $1 billion market cap. It takes a lot of work, especially with attention comes at a premium now. And people have so many choices on what to ape and when to ape it. They don't necessarily need to get into Peanut, right? Um, so that's another reason why Peanut was so special as well, is because it was able to get to 2.5 billion when there's a new $100 million runner in the meme coin trenches like every day. It was kind of like that for a couple months at least, or at least a full month and a half, where there was like a coin that rallied to 50 million like overnight, like every night. So for it to get to that and then hold 1 billion and 1.5 billion for so long is actually very, very impressive. It's indicative of the attention that it's captured. But we're not here to see if Peanut can get to 2, 3, 4, 5 billion, right? We want to know if Peanut flip a coin like Shib or PEPE, right? And these are 7 billion for PEPE and 13 billion for Shiba. So I think we're getting to a point where, some of these really highly valued memes like Shiba could get flipped by a Peanut. So you're talking about over a 13x, you're talking about a 15 to 17x if Peanut can flip Shibu Inu. And of course, Shibu's peak was, 40 billion, right? And it had 32 billion in volume, right? But the thing is, while Shibu has been around, it's essentially like a derivative or a beta play to Doge. And back then, because there was only Doge, people were looking at other memes to pump. Shiba was there. There was Floki. There was a few other dog coins, Dojel on Mars, and those all kind of pumped. But it's harder to get that in this day and age because people have so many different choices and they want their coins to pump as well. So as far as where Peanut goes, as far as like a price prediction this cycle, I think it could easily, in the most bullish circumstances, if this bull market continues, I think it could definitely get to 5 billion, right? So that's about 7x move from where we sit today. And again, everything needs to be bullish again. We need to kind of get past this massive sell-off and everything. And by the end of this cycle, I think this coin could get to 5 to 7 billion. All it takes really is a couple more Peanut tweets or Trump posting about Peanut or something to basically signal government overreach for it to capture more attention again. And now it's also about to be listed on Coinbase. So it has all the makings of, a parabolic pump. If it's on Coinbase and retail is sitting there on Coinbase, they're maybe not in the trenches. They don't have a phantom wallet. They just want to buy on Coinbase because it feels safer. I don't see why they wouldn't bid on Peanut. It's the most recognizable meme on Coinbase besides Doge. And of course, Shiba is now, but I think Peanut, arguably over a couple cycles, will be way more recognizable and loved than Shibu. And yes, it could make some sort of like PEPE type run. I don't know if it can do that this cycle per se. So PEPE is like really ingrained in crypto lore. And I think Peanut has the early stages of becoming somewhat of a PEPE or as strong as a PEPE because it's always going to be associated with Trump, the right and government overreach. So as far as flipping PEPE, it can do that one day or it can catch PEPE and get to 10, 15, 20 billion. But as far as this cycle goes, my price prediction for Peanut is to get to 5 billion, right? So we're talking about all the way up here. And I think because people don't have as much loyalty anymore, if they're in a Shibu, they could justify dumping that and going into Peanut because they can get a 15-20x out of Peanut versus Shibu. What's realistic for Shibu right now? Is it going to go back up to 40 billion? Is it going to catch Doge one day, get to 50 billion? I really don't think Shibu is capable of that. And now we're in a time where not all your coins are going to pump in unison because there's too many different coins to choose from. Maybe in 2017, in 2020, they all pumped together because there were only so many choices. So the liquidity had to go into a very limited amount of choices. But now there's thousands upon thousands of coins that it's harder to capture attention and get these parabolic pumps. But since Peanut is already kind of ingrained in crypto culture. It's bigger than crypto culture. It's what more well known than Popcat, right? If you had to choose between Peanut and Popcat, Peanut is just like an easy layup. Nobody really knows about Popcat outside of CT, but everybody knows Peanut the Squirrel. If you feel strongly about government overreach, you're going to want to bid Peanut over something like Popcat. Will people bid Giga? I think Giga is like a pretty good meme. Mog is up there as well, which is on Coinbase. But I think personally, Peanut is more recognizable and has more attention than either of those memes. So again, 5 to 7 billion this bull cycle. I think all-time highs again, 2.5 billion is very, very realistic in the very near future if this bull market continues. But that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think as far as Peanut's price prediction.